Hi guys, and welcome to the first video of Episerver series. We're gonna start with the CMS installation, and then we can see some commerce stuff as well. So first of all, Episerver is a CMS and commerce platform, and with some digital commerce capabilities. And if you want to go deeper into that, you can go to Episerver website or to see what you can do with Episerver Commerce, CMS, and other products like campaigns, like Episerver Find, and other fun stuff. Or you can go into world.episerver.com if you want to find more technical stuff for it, and for the cloud platform of Episerver, which is called DXC. Let's go directly into Visual Studio and start with our first Episerver project. So first of all, before creating the project, make sure that you have the nugget here. So sorry, my Visual Studio is in French, but it's almost the same. So you can go to Tools and Package Manager Console, and you can go to Parameters, and you can see the source packages, and make sure that you have the Episerver one here. And you can create your project. We're gonna call it Episerver Project Series, or whatever. When you create your project, you have a choice between three templates. An empty one, which is a normal ASP.NET project, or you can choose between Alloy MVC and Alloy Web Forms. Alloy is just a fake company that was created by Episerver to show all the CMS capabilities that you can use. So you can pick Alloy MVC, Alloy Web Forms, or an empty. So I'm gonna choose Alloy MVC, and we can configure the search afterwards. We can pick up Episerver Find, which is an extended search capability based on custom content model. You can go to findepiserver.com if you want more information about that, or you can use the basic built-in search provided by Episerver, which is the Episerver search. I'm gonna uncheck that because that's not the purpose of our video, and I'm gonna choose Alloy MVC and hit OK. Cool, our project is now created. If you're familiar with ASP.NET MVC, you will recognize all those folders. So you have the controller folder, the models, the views, global ASACs, the web config, etc. So your models goes here. I'm not gonna go into a lot of details in there because that's not the purpose of the video. We're gonna have another videos for the models, the Episerver model, like pages, blocks, media, etc. But all your models goes here, and then we have our controllers, which are MVC controllers, and the views right here. So first thing here you should know is that when you create your Episerver project, you have in your web config connection string here. Your connection string is actually linked to a local DB by default. I'm actually using SQL Server, so I'm going to create a SQL Server database, and I'm going to put my data into it. So I'm going to remove all of these. I'm not going to use integrated security, and I'm going to leave the multiple actual result sets because I don't need to execute a lot of batches in the same connection. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to create a new database in SQL Server. So my database will be Episerver videos CMS. Why did I do that? Because actually CMS data goes into database, and when we're going to create a commerce one, we're going to need to create another database that's going to be linked in our web config as well. But let's see that in another video. So I'm going to create that one, hit OK, and I already have here in my logins, a login called poke, user called poke, sorry. So I'm gonna map this user with my newly created database as a DB owner. Right, and we're done with SQL Server. Now, what I need to do is that I'll need to add a new connection here. That's not mandatory, but this is how I copy paste my connection string. Here is that it's very straightforward. I just right click on it, go to properties, and I have my new connection string here. So this connection string, make sure that when you paste it right here, you keep the multiple actual result set and you remove the integrated security. We have a user ID called poke and a password called poke as well. Cool. So first thing here is that when I have all of these, I'm going to open that again to show you what's happening there. So in my SQL Server, I'm going to connect and see what's happening in my database. So in my database right now, I'm not having any tables. So what I need to do is that I'm going to my console here, to my package manager console, I think that's the name in English, and initialize epi database. So what is happening here is that it's going to check the connection string right here and generate a database for it. So now if I just refresh that, I'm going to see that Episerver created a table, all those tables and all those objects for us. Cool. So now I should normally be able to execute my code. Execute this without debugging. Okay, so first of all, when we launch the Alloy, we need a user to authenticate with. We're gonna have a video for authentication modes, but what you should know is that I'm here redirected into a register, and as you know, it's MVC, so I'm having here a controller called register. And this controller has a view. I can go directly into this view and see what's happening there. And this is all the code executed. So this is normal MVC stuff. So I'm gonna create a user here, and it will be admin alloy.com with a password. I think that the password must at least have one capital letter, one special character, and one number or something like this. But this is kind of MVC, you know. You'll need to just modify this into your code if you want to edit that. I'm not personally using Alloy, but it's kind of good if you want to start using Episerver. Here we go. This is the Alloy MVC created by Episerver for us to familiarize with Episerver and to see what we can do with Episerver CMS. We have Quicksilver. You can search for Quicksilver Episerver to see what you can do with Episerver both commerce and CMS. But this Alloy MVC is actually good to discover, and we can click right here to go into the back office. So this is actually the kind of a button to go to the back office, and this is just MVC. Actually, the piece of code for this is actually in the layout. So I'll just need to go into the views right here and go into layouts and root, and this is render Episerver quick navigator. So this line renders this, for example, in the layout. So I can go into the back office and I can see everything right here. So things that I can change I can remove that, I can edit, I can personalize. So all of this is actually something we can do in the code directly. But this is, for example, content area. So we, in our other videos, we're gonna see what content area is. And we can go, for example, to this one. We can see also that we have a hierarchy of pages right here. But in the About Us page, I can change the code here. I can remove stuff and save. This is so cool. So I have some publishing functionality, so I'm gonna publish that, and I can click on this globe right here to see my page in the front end. I'd like to thank you for watching, and keep in touch for more Episerver videos.